This one's probably going to be more of a, what's that word? Like a streaming, not a whole lot of editing going on. I might edit out the sounds of me opening. Oh my goodness. Oh, they reinforced it with tape. Good for them. That's awesome. Oh, I see. Oh, very cute. Very nice. So, oh, this is really good quality too. Oh, that's awesome. So normally when I get these e-reader cards, they usually, even though, okay, let me back up. I normally order everything as near mint, but what you order as near mint online is rarely near mint when it arrives. So I've gotten everything from near mint to light play, moderate play. I've received damaged cards before. And it's usually not too big of a deal because the cards that I buy, once again, aren't that expensive. But it is really nice when you order something near mint and it actually shows up near mint. So I'm really excited about that. There we go. I got it. I cracked it. It's getting that first one to go. Oh, this is the Fanfy. And I liked this one because I have a couple illustration rares that are basically, I like scenes. I've got one scene where it's like, these are Pokemon at work, and then I have another scene that's more forest, and then I'm working on a scene right now, which is more like African safari. So that, of course, you need a Fanfy for that scene, so that's why I got this one. And, I think it was less than $5, at least when I bought it. So for $5, that's beautiful. Really liked it. Just gonna take everything off screen for when I open it, I think. Don't want to risk it. All right. Oh, so this is the Pokeball Jolteon. Nice. So I opened up some Prismatic Evolutions and I was able to pull the Glaceon Pokeball. So I really liked that. But because I can't get a hold of any Prismatic Evolution, it costs an arm and a leg. Pokeballs are what, 1 in 3, I think it ended up being. And so I was like, well, these are like $3 to $5 a piece, so I can just buy the Pokeballs that I wanted. And so this is Goldeen, first edition. I have the regular unlimited. Did I just get Goldeen from this person? That's too bad. I try to like double up so I don't just have like a crazy amount of cards in the mail, but basically I just wanted that because it was the OG and I wanted it in first edition. I've got an Erica scene, and then I also have a Misty scene. And the Misty, I really just have Starmie and Staryu for her. So, oh, it's a package within a package. Very nice. But yeah, so my thought there was I'd really like to extend it and also have like Goldeen and maybe like Seeking over there. That'd be kind of nice. Oh, speaking of, so this one I love Slowpoke. Maybe not like Slowbro or Slowking, but I like Slowpoke, so I got Slowpoke as well. And then, because nobody really cares about Slowpoke and Slowking, I was able to get them in Master Balls. And so that's why I have a random Slowking and a Master Ball. It's because I was like, I'll just get the Slowpoke. And then I was like, well, wouldn't it be nice if I had the Slowpoke and the Slowking together? So I was able to pick that up. And once again, just because it wasn't a very it wasn't a very popular Pokemon, so yeah, I was able to pick up a Master Ball, which was really cool. Because I'm excited that, you know, we got Pokeballs finally. We have Master Balls finally. It's just, you know, when everybody wants that one Pokemon, it just makes it super expensive. And then here is our Umbreon. And once again, just a Pokeball. But that's okay. I kind of like opening these plain white envelopes, PWEs, just because I can feel where the card is in there, and then I can just, you know, rip off the rest. And it's really easy for me to get it out, so I kind of prefer that. I'm going to move my, sorry if this blocks my face, I'm going to move my mic over a little bit and make it easier on myself. I do like these when things get sent in these little shipper shields. It's kind of nice. Obviously the top loader is better, but you know, whatever. And there is Leafeon, that beautiful Pokeball. Oh, so pretty. I feel like I didn't give Umbreon like the full shine, but I feel like everybody knows Umbreon gets plenty of love. Okay. Yeah. And then this one, I just really liked the scene, right? Because it is classic Chansey at the Pokemon Center. I think I got 3 Chansey cards. So one is Japanese, I believe. But I did want to add Chansey. I was hoping to add maybe not a full page of Chansey, but just like maybe 3 in a row and have the full art in the middle of them. Just kind of gives it something to focus on. That would be nice. I care as much about how the overall layout and how the page looks, because if the page doesn't look good, then, you know, I'm not going to enjoy looking at it, and that's going to upset me. So yeah, I care about that. Look at that. That's super sweet. Thank you. I really do like that. I save the stickers that I get. I don't actually stick them on anything, but I save the stickers themselves. So know that if you do that, the buyer does. I mean, well, at least I do. I like to save them. And there you go. Now you can actually see that Espeon. And I love this pose for her because, I mean, that is such a cat thing to do. Just lounge around. And someone said it looked like the French. Paint me like one of your French girls from Lake Titanic. And I was like, oh my gosh. I'm never going to be able to not think about that now. Every time I see that card, I'm going to think about Titanic. Oh gosh, dang it. So this one, once again, they didn't secure the top and it like came out. Which, to be fair, the card is fine. It's not a big deal, but like, you know, it takes like 2 seconds. Put masking tape on the top. It is appreciated, but yeah. And they just kind of send you stuff like in these like soft flops, and that's about it. And Misty's Goldeen, and I definitely messed up because I meant to order the first edition one. So, dang it. It happens. Oh, this person almost... I don't know why they taped it like that. That is an interesting tape job. Because it's taped, but it's extended past. Oh, that is adorable little Quaxley tape. Is that washi tape? I think so. Oh, it's an official Pokemon tape too. Very cute. I've never seen that before. Okay, and so from this seller I got both the Sylveon and the Vaporeon. I'm going to save this tape. That might be a little bit trash panda of me, but I actually really like that and I might want to buy it. And then Vaporeon. So out of the original 3, Vaporeon is my favorite. And then out of Umbreon and Espeon, Espeon is my favorite, which you probably already figured out when you saw like how much time I gave to each card. But, you know, we all have our preferences. You know, it's nice to have all the evolutions together, but I definitely, you know, those two are my favorite. And then I don't really have a favorite out of Glaceon, Leafeon, and Sylveon. I think maybe they were just after my time, if that makes sense. Because yeah, they weren't around when I was a kid and really into Pokemon. So I think, yeah, I just didn't watch anything that had them in it, and so that definitely affects, you know, if you see a show, for instance, what is my son watching right now? He's watching Pokemon Horizon, and there is a Sprigatito and Fuecoco, and I've noticed that since I've been watching that with him, I do like Fuecoco a lot more. Originally I was kind of like, he's not as cool as Charmander, but now I'm like, okay, I see why the kids like him, because he's in the show and he's adorable, and so now it's starting to actually make sense. So yeah, that does affect things, and for me, those 3 evolutions were just after I stopped watching the show, so not as excited about them as I would be any other. Alright, and then another Goldeen for my Misty page. That's a really nice one. I think I chose it because A, it was reverse hollow, and B, I just kind of liked how it was a little bit simpler of a drawing. Kind of looks like your kid drew it for you, you know, which, you know, I'm a mom, so that's cute. I'm actually surprised that I ordered so much stuff. Like, I didn't think that I really did. And this is another Goldeen one for sure. Let's see. Oh, here, I'll try to keep hitting that. Gotta figure out a better way to set that up. I know some people have like boom arms coming from the sky, but I was like, oh, that's excessive. I'm just starting out. I don't need a boom arm. And now I'm kind of regretting that I don't have a boom arm because it's like $20, but oh well. Okay, they put all the Goldeens into one, which, oh, not my favorite. But once again, these aren't expensive cards, so because they're not expensive, they tend to not get packaged as nicely as like the expensive cards do. So that's a big part of it too. Like, I'm sure these sellers, if I was buying like an expensive card from them, they would, you know, package them a lot nicer. So please don't, not that you know their names, but please don't think that, you know, people are just out here being terrible. Like, they're really not. They're probably just like, oh, it's a $2 card, like, who cares? And then, like I said, I get everything near mint, but you can kind of see, I don't know, well, it's not really coming up on camera, but these are a lot more scratched up. Normally how I get, you know, order near mint and you get more like light play. More Chanseys. Okay. So I got this Chansey. Oh, yeah, that's why I got this Chansey. Okay. So if you look in the corner, she's got a swirl right there. Isn't that so pretty? And then there's a little swirl right there as well. So it's almost like a double swirl, but you can't like, I don't know. I might count as a double swirl. I don't know. It's like right there though. And I love this Cosmos swirl pattern. This is a good one. I really like this one a lot. And just how sparkly it is. Like, there's sparkles just all over it. I think if they made regular hollows as cool as they made the old hollows, people would be less salty when, you know, all they got was an EX. Because you would be like, wow, look at that card. So pretty. So yeah, Chansey for my Chansey page. Let's see here. I definitely like the masking tape the best because it holds everything shut, and then it also is a lot easier to like break and get into stuff. Yes. And so for this one, oh yeah, and see how they tape that closed so the card couldn't like shoot out, and then they've got the sleeve in, so the top of the sleeve is up here, and they have it put it upside down and close the bottom. That is a really great way to package a card. So they did a really good job. Pokepacks RNG. They did. Oh, I remember now. I got 9s. Huh. Oh, I remember. So, okay. So what it was there's the Ho-Oh and the Rapidash, but then there's also when the New York City Pokemon Center first went up, there was 2 cards, Lucky Stadium and I think it's Pokemon Center, or the names of the 2 cards. And those 2 in 10s was what I could not afford. And because I want a full set of, like all 4 of them, I intentionally, even though I could have afforded a 10 in the Ho-Oh and the Rapidash, I got them as 9s. Because I like, if you're going to get a set of something, I think it's kind of nice when they're all the same number. And so, yeah, that's why I did that. So, yeah, so that I could get Pokemon Center and Lucky Stadium in a 9 instead of a 10. Okay. I was worried there. I was like, why did I do that? Like, I remember it, because I remember it wasn't too bad. Those were expensive because they're graded cards, but they weren't like, they weren't super crazy. So, and see, I like this. If you are going to ship 2 cards, it is way better to do this than to just ship them in the same sleeve. So, oh yes, this is my Team Rocket. Okay. At the very end of this, I'm gonna bring down my master set binder, and I will go ahead and put these away. And if that's that, then this is gonna be the Here Comes Team Rocket. Yep. So then, here comes Team Rocket, and it's really hard to see, but it is a holo. So yeah, so these 2, the OG Team Rocket set, these 2 complete my master set. So I can officially say I have a Team Rocket master set now. I'm assuming one of these is going to be the Rapidash. Oh my. So this card, I messed up so bad when I bought this. So basically what happened was, I was doing that, I was looking at the Chansey page, right? And I saw this one and I was like, I've never seen Chansey look anything like this. And then I thought it was kind of silly too, because if you remember, they made Chansey have a pre-evolution. And so that's really what should be hatching out of the egg, the Hypney, not this guy. So I just thought that was silly, and then they didn't end up making it in English. I don't have a lot of Japanese cards. I tend to buy in English because I speak English. I don't speak any Japanese. And so the only time I get Japanese cards, I do have a handful, is when I can't get a hold of, or if that card doesn't exist in English. If that makes sense. Because a lot of cards, they get made in Japanese and then they just don't ever get translated over. So, but this was a really cool card. Anyways, my mistake was that I overpaid by a lot on this card, and that's just because I got so excited when I saw it and I just loved it that I pressed buy. And then after I checked price chart, I realized I paid like 4 times what I should have, and I was like, that's on me though. That is 100% on me. So I messed up on that, but I still really like the card. And at the end of the day, it's going into my personal collection, so it's not the end of the world that I overpaid for it. But now it's kind of like a cool story. So next time when I'm like, that's a really cool card, I'm going to be like, hey, remember when I bought that Chansey for like 4 times what it was worth? And so then I'm going to stop. I'm going to pause. And I am going to check what it should cost so that I don't make that same mistake. But it happens. It happens every now and then. Happens to everybody. And yeah, so Pokemon Center promo, and once again, in the 9, so that they can all match when I get them all together. So yeah, so that's what I got for the month of January. And keep in mind, like, this was all of January, right? This is a whole month long. Normally I kind of open things as I go, and so it's kind of crazy to look at like how much stuff I buy, because I'm like, I don't feel like I'm a big time collector. I'm definitely a small fry. And so to like look at all this and be like, oh my goodness, like how much stuff do I actually buy in a month? So I'm just kind of organizing things. And there we go. And then bam, bam.